Hey yo, what's up? It's your girl, Just for Work. I'm coming to you with some good Christian content. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to me. Also, hit that notification bell. Holla! Hey yo, what's up? It's your girl, Just for Work. I'm coming to you with another at work audio file. This is called The Mother, Part 2, Submission. Submit. When I say to submit, what do you think about? When I talk about submission, what do you feel? Submit means to accept or yield to a superior force or to the authority or will of another person. Subject to a particular process, treatment, or condition. Submission, the act of putting forward something as for consideration or comment. The condition of being humble or obedient. The act of giving in to the power or authority. I want you, after listening to this, I want you to feel free to submit. Feel free to submit to the Lord and your husband. Being in submission to God allows Him to move in your life and on your behalf. Being in submission to your husband honors God's order. His original design for men and women is in action when we willingly submit. It's easier said than done, but we must remember God's truth supersedes our feelings and that nothing is impossible with God. We must choose to submit, and we must choose God first over all, and we will be able to fully submit once we do that. Read 1 Timothy 2:11. Sometimes the most honoring thing you can do for God and your husband is to quiet yourself. With silence, you can honor both God and your husband. You are called by God, and you are a helpmeet. So just quiet yourself until God calls you or until help is needed by your husband. 1 Timothy 2:12 talks about being under submission. The Bible is God's word, and He commands us to submit to our husbands. Ephesians 5 verses 22 verses 24. God's order for submission. I just want you to understand, above all else, we have to be humble. We have to be meek. And we must submit to God's will for our lives. And we must submit to our husbands and yield to their leadership. And when we do that, we are godly wives. And if you have children, we are called to mother. This is the second most important aspect of being a mother. Being in submission to God's order and His will for our lives. Now that you know, you know. Now stay safe and stay saved. And if you're a godly mother and a godly wife, stay in submission. When I think about submission, I think about bowing down to the Lord. I think about taking a knee. I think about being quiet, where I would normally be bossy, just being quiet and still and allowing God to be honored and allowing God to move. Taking a back seat sometimes, or a passenger seat, whatever the case may be for you. But I know for me, sometimes I need to quiet myself and just engulf myself in God's word. Once I put that in me, hey, it's done. We choose in our life how we want to live and everything. And God gives us free will, but when you are fully submitted to God, you don't want that worldly free will. You want to willingly choose Him above all else. So do that. All right. Stay safe, and stay in submission. Are you called to mother?